as we'll see the number 14 team in the country, the the LSU Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. The Nittany Lions will kick it away to start us off. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. To the air, it's Child. And he just flat and missed him. Sometimes you see a guy, he's open, and you try to baby it too much, and it was a bad throw. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. And it's incomplete, but there's a flag in the backfield. Let's see who the call's on. They'll decline that penalty. Obviously very happy with results of the play. Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. They'll move the tight end. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Picked off, and the opening drive is stuck with an interception. Didn't get much on the return, but what a huge play, and they are in business at the 24.
Job number 1 for a defense is to create negative plays, to create turnovers. How about this? Opening drive of the football game, getting the big turnover, setting your offense up in great position, and building some mojo. This defense, that is a picture-perfect start.
Out of the gun, the running back has it. They start the afternoon with a run, and it goes nowhere.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a baller.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Gonna run it. It's Martin. Got enough for the first.
Man, this is a guy who just seems to get better as the game goes on. What a run getting his offense down close to the goal line.
So nice creating explosive runs in the run game. Now you're getting in the red, inside the 5. They'll punch this in and get a touchdown.
The Nittany Lions line it up with a 1st and goal. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. Quarterback keeps it. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Penn State!
Well, I know it's early this season, but it's obvious already. This guy is a major weapon in this offense. Had 2 touchdowns in his first game. He's now on the board right now. What a difference maker and a playmaker he's going to be this season for this offense.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. back. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. This defensive front just ran free in the backfield. He'll lose 3.
And on that play on the RPO, they had the look they wanted, but up front, they just could not get the job done. You see linemen losing their one-on-one battles. There was nowhere for that running back to go.
A little wrinkle here as they go to the Wildcat and use the extra blocker. Direct snap. It's Johnson. Oh, and he can't hold the pitch, and the ball's loose. Recovered by the defense, and he's off.
And I like that this offense is continuing to try to stay balanced and hand him the football and show confidence. He put the ball on the deck last week. They still rewarded him, still giving him the football. But, man, you cannot continue to put the ball on the ground and expect to continue to get carries.
Leaves it with the back. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. DBs lock up tight on the receivers. To the air, it's Van Buren. Rushes on him. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Nittany Lions.
One thing this team has shown early this year, it does not take them long to find.
The extra point is blocked. He's got it, and he can go with it. They got the ball in great field position, and bam, bam, 2 plays and into the end zone. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Might be changing the route. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Give to the running back.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Off play action. Still looking on the move. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
And there's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, he wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
They couldn't connect on second down, now staring at a 3rd and 9. Scanning the field, it's Childs. Looking down the middle. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win 1st and 2nd down. You set up 3rd and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody on the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force 4th downs.
LSU will bring the punt team on the field. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Fair catch is made, and they'll mark it at the 19. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. They go to the ground. Oh, better look out! And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
The Nittany Lions can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Now they'll run it to the right here. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32. And the Nittany Lions move the change with some signature hard-nosed running.
Some Big Ten physicality, some Big Ten running the football. Gotta have it. Gotta start with that when you're in the Big Ten and when you're at Penn State.
They'll snap this one from the 32. It's 1st down. Quick handoff. Across the 45. Good pickup there as he gets the 1st down, and they'll mark him at the 48.
1st down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
And the Nittany Lions will have it 1st and 10. Here's the handoff. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
From the shotgun, they'll run it. They'll give him a couple. That leaves him with 3rd and 8.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Looking to throw, it's Van Buren. A lot of defenders around on that screen. They bring him down at the 45-yard line, and this defense rises up on 3rd down. We've come to the end of the quarter, and it's Penn State on top. And they jumped out to that edge early. As we wrap up the 1st, let's take a quick look at our game stats. Just about ready to get things started here in the 2nd. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. The Nittany Lions will line up to punt it away. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. They'll get him corralled and down at about the 19-yard line. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance.
There he goes. Moves it out to the 34-yard line. A nice 15-yard gain on that one. LSU doing what it always does when they're really good, moving the ball on the ground.
Yeah, trying to find that physicality. They get so many great players across the country. LSU has the pick of people in Louisiana. Everybody wants to come there, and you can tell they always find great talent, and they're always able to run the football.
To the ground. He's got it again. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
I like the decision there in the RPO game too, guys. I know he only got a couple of yards, but that play's going to open up bigger opportunities throwing the football down the field in the RPO game too. So keep handing it off to this guy. Let him see what he can do. And when the defense gives you the look to hold the football and then finally throw it, that's when you take advantage.
Pulls it and fires to the left. On the nasty move, and now he's got room. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
Big play in the passing game there, and I like the receiver gearing down in the zone. Did a nice job finding the soft spot on defense between the defenders, giving the quarterback an easy target to throw to complete that throw.
And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Motion from the wide receiver. The give to the back. And they didn't get it forward an inch. Defense wins the battle up front.
Man, not much wiggle room for the ball carrier there.
I'm not really sure what they can do to try to create some space.
I know. Block better. How about the offensive lineman push some guy backwards and make some holes?
Back to pass, it's Childs. And this is going to be incomplete on third.
Really nice third down sub defense there that time. It's 3rd and long. They're expecting pass, and they're mixing up their looks. They're trying to change the picture pre-snap to post-snap to confuse the quarterback, and now forcing the incompletion, setting up 4th.
And they're running out the kicker to give it a try. He's going to have to break out the thunderfoot on this one, a 57-yard attempt. Dead center perfect. That gets them back to within 10. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Dynamite matchup this week, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Iowa is currently ahead in this one inside a jam-packed Kinnick Stadium, but the black and gold have struggled to really pull away. They're up by a field goal over Iowa State. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
No, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game. You're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Single back formation, and they give it to him. Oh, he's got some space. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the first down.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, So hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10. Looking for room. It's Martin. Continuing to turn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive. Stick your foot in the ground.
Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Back to throw, it's Van Buren. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. The Nittany Lions will punt it away on 4th down. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. He leaves it with the back. Forges ahead. Picks up about 3 to the 29.
They have just not been able to get this guy into a rhythm so far in this game. I know it's still the first half, but there's been nothing going for him like you just saw in that last run. He's an outstanding talent. You may have to start thinking about throwing him the football, getting him out in the perimeter in space to let him go to work. He's got to touch the ball for you to come back in this game. Right now, running it, though, very difficult.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Might be calling a hot route. Motion from the wideout. They'll run play action. Throws to the tight end. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Not a lot on the return, but they can live with that as they've got it at the 49.
Not all DBs make the play at the end, right? They can bat the ball down, they can be in position, but they don't really secure the football. Great job by the DB securing the football and forcing the turnover.
Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. To the air, it's Van Buren. Works the middle. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the 1st down.
I'll tell you, when you've got a tight end like this, it makes it a lot easier calling pass plays on 1st down, even if the defense is in zone coverage. He did a really good job there, working his leverage, finding the soft spot, and making it an easy completion.
And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
Better get that seismograph ready here in Death Valley. Huge 3rd down coming. Looking to throw for it. Caught behind the line. It's Martin. Turning it on. He gets the job done on 3rd down. They move the chains. It's at the 37.
How about the offense, man? Dialing up the screenplay on 3rd down. They needed a play. Sometimes people like the screen, sometimes they don't. You got to call it at the right time. And they pick the right opportunity. They get the 3rd down conversion and a new set of downs.
The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half. If they're going to keep covering him like that, they're just going to keep going to him.
Yeah, and it's so hard because you want to stay back and take away the weapons outside to the wide receivers, but when this guy's going to be able to catch the football and he makes plays like this, now I'm going to have to maybe go play more man, bring a guy to him, and not let him get those open touches.
And he runs into a wall, maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd and short, they keep it on the ground here. Stopped in the backfield, and this defense has forced him into 4th down. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The Nittany Lions come to the line trying to convert on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. They spun that wheel of fortune on 4th down and come up bankrupt. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. They'll send the tight end in motion. Looking downfield, it's Childs. Puts it out of the air. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
The Tigers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Quarterback making checks. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. It's complete. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. From the shotgun, the inside give.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Unloads to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. He gets it down to the 30-yard line, and time is running short here in the first half. Clock stops momentarily for the 1st down. They'll hurry to the line. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. Looking to throw on 1st down. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Got room on the return. And they come up with a big play to make sure no more points go on the board before the end of the half.
Man, another mistake by this. Listen, he is an elite quarterback. He's really, really good. He's pressing too much. Jesse, the #1 job of a quarterback, you better protect the football. I don't care how.
Breaks into the open. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. LSU ready to boot it away and open this second half. No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. They opened this third quarter on top, and they built the lead on the strength of that running game.
And they made a huge statement, too, just proving to the other team that they're more physical, they're winning in the trenches. So here in the second half, David, just keep demoralizing this defense by pounding the football.
Yeah, and I'm not going to let that happen. I riled up my guys at halftime. We're going to put more people in the box, and we got to come out and meet the physical challenge of this offense.
The Nittany Lions can really attack on this second and short. Power football with the run. Crosses the 45. Wide open spaces. He's at the touchdown, Penn State. Once he got some room, it was over.
Man, I am a great play caller when I can hand it to guys like that, and he can go that far to the house, create big plays, showed you a little bit of vision, showed you a little bit of burners when he kicked it in gear and got the long touchdown run.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll come out to the 25, no attempt at a return. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Trailing now by 17, David, this is an opportunity that they need to answer.
And down by 17, it's not panic mode yet.
There he goes. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. Just about any LSU offense will make you hold your breath when they play pitch and catch.
Yeah, just such elite playmakers usually, just such speed. And listen, when you're a defense, speed kills. And LSU, no matter who plays quarterback, they always got dudes that can fly out wide that absolutely scare you.
That's quite a start to a drive, and now they'll snap it from midfield. Looking downfield, it's Hawkins. Flips it out on the screen. He breaks the tackle. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. LSU right back to the line.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
They worked that running game down to the 34. Let's give him 3 on the carry. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. Behind the chains now on second and long. Give to the back. Runs through a tackle. They get him stopped after a pickup of 5 to the 28.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wonder maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
Tries to surge ahead on the sneak.
Nice play call, QB sneak, yet another first down. And this offense, they've been on the field for some time now. They're helping their defense out, giving them some wins so that when they get back on the field, they'll be ready to play with their hair on fire.
In search of their first touchdown of the game, they are on the move with a 1st and 10. Running back searching for a hole. He's stopped after a 1-yard pickup at the 25.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Leaves it with the running back. Stop is made almost immediately. Give him 1 to the 23.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you could tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. From here, it would just be a 30-yard field goal try. Let's see how aggressive they're going to be to try to pick up that first down. Quarterback making adjustments. They'll send the back in motion. Looking to throw, it's Hawkins. Dumps it off in the flats. He's got enough. It'll be a first down. They've got it at the 12.
Nice poise by the quarterback. Here's a big third down throw, and you want to push the ball vertically down the field, but if the defense takes it all away, check the ball down. Get it to your running back and let him go do the work and move the sticks for you.
LSU with the 1st and 10 here. Reads it, fires complete. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers.
Nice quick throw there. And it's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you could tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on game day.
Going to work on 2nd down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. The give to the back. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer.
And now a big 3rd down coming up. Down multiple possessions. This is one, Palmer, I'm looking for 6. I'm not trying to kick a field goal. I want to cut into this lead with a touchdown.
No, you got to have it. And also, considering all of that, this is 4-down territory too. So you need to identify who are your best players on offense and how can you give them a chance to score this touchdown.
They'll try to run for it. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown. Oh, the offense shows some life here and cuts into the lead with that score.
And, man, they needed it. They had to have something to go right. Listen, still down, but this is a great start to getting back in this ballgame.
And the extra point was good to finish things off. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. Looking to pass. It's Van Buren. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. Fires on the move. Got his man. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the first down. And the Nittany Lions come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Wants to go up top. Caught near the sticks. It's Farrell. Still running up for 40. Huge plays like that can change the complexion of a game, and he's got it at the 22-yard line.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Looking to throw on first down. Looking to the big tight end. Rolls it in. Down to the 3-yard line, and that's where they'll have it, first and goal.
Man, he looks like he's in a rhythm on this drive, right? 3 for 3. He's going where he needs to go with the football. The defense doesn't have any answers for him. Find the offensive coordinator. I'm letting this guy keep chucking it down here close to the goal line.
They knock him down behind the line, and the defense finishing this third quarter in style. We've reached a break, and Penn State is on top. And we've reached the end of the third, and time is running out if they're going to cut into this deficit. Let's take a look at our game stats before we move on. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. They'll run it to the left, looking for the touchdown here. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Nittany Lions!
And the running back gets his second rushing touchdown of the game. You want to continue to feed this guy. You could tell he's got a nose for the end zone, knows how to get in there, knows how to make things happen.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the American. East Carolina is just getting blown off the field right now, and like him or hate him, I think anyone would agree this is tough to watch. They're trailing by 24 to Florida Atlantic. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this clash in the American you should know about.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create.
Oh, he's got some space. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
I'll tell you, you cannot count this team out because of who's playing quarterback. When this guy's in the game, it's never over. Yeah, they're trailing here in the fourth quarter, but this dude can put up points quickly.
Dropping back, it's Childs. Here comes the heat. He'll pull it down and run. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Back to pass on second down. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops, just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. On third down, he drops to throw. Hauls it in. Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the first down. They've got it at the 40. And the Tigers want to pick up the tempo.
Hey, down in the fourth quarter, you better have a dude at the quarterback spot. They do, and they're going to trust him. And he's going to have to continue to deliver like this, making plays down the field, protecting the football, but we know he has the ability.
LSU moving the ball quickly down the field. Wants to go up top on first down. He's got his man. Tough, physical, hard-nosed running gets it to the 34. The Tigers in a good spot here with second and short.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. That's going to be positive for this offense.
The Tigers come to the line on third and short, trying to convert here. to the air. It's Childs. It's complete to the left. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down. And the Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Motion from the back. Wants to throw again. The screen, he can go. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
I love this defense's ability to fight off blocks and rally to the football. They do such a great job pursuing that wide receiver screen to only allow a minimal gain and no first down.
LSU looking to take advantage of this red zone trip. Trying play action. It's caught. He'll step out of bounds at about the 11.
A lot of times the QB is going to drop back and try to make a big play, What's your safe option if nothing's there? Slip it to your running back. Let him catch it. Let him go get a first down for you.
Zings it complete to the right. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. The handoff to Johnson. He's going to lose a yard on that one. This Nittany Lion defense has just been suffocating. The front seven has been dominant. Guys like Jack Ham would be proud.
Yeah, just big, physical, just owning the guys up front. Nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. The Penn State D-line just dominating this football game.
Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a first and goal. On third and short, trying to impose their will and move the chains. They make the tackle just outside the end zone, but it'll be first and goal from the 1. Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone.
And the offense continues to run the football. The second rushing touchdown from the running back. The offensive line paving holes. Continue to feed this man the ball.
And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. So after getting into the end zone on that last drive, they're set to kick it away. From inside the 15, chance for a good return. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they'd get him on the ground at the 20. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. They cashed in on a short field last time they had it, and now they'll go to work from their own end. He got a little antsy at the line of scrimmage, and they'll move him back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. Slams into the pile. He'll get 1 to the 17. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. They're dealing with a second and long. Right back to him on the ground. Able to pick up a couple before he's dragged down at the 19.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
They are calling for their defense in Baton Rouge. A huge third down coming up. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Finding open areas. Turning it on. He'll have enough for the first down, and they stop him at the 45. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. The Nittany Lions, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Try to get it to the edge. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. The Nittany Lions trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Looking for a gap. It's Hayes. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Big third down for this defense. Listen, you've got to get the ball back. You know what they're doing. They're trying to run the football, but we need the clock to be on our side so our offense has some time. Got to make a stand right here on third down.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they have this game in hand right now. But we'll see just how aggressive they want to be on offense. Big third down as the crowd gets behind this defense. Quick pass on the jet motion. He's in open space downfield. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch. So pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
They kick it away on fourth down. He'll field the punt and see what he can get. He's able to pick his way for just a bit, but he'll be stopped at the 18. Good job by the punt team. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Back to throw, it's Hawkins. Looking to the big tight end. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. He'll try to take it back. Touchdown, Penn State! And they turn it into a defensive score. The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught, don't get caught. And he didn't. The pick six.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too, now. Look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back, brother.
The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. He wants to change this route. Throws for the tight end. He's got an open man. He goes out of bounds. Big pickup on the play. It'll look nice in the stats column, but probably not enough to make a difference in the game.
Hey, you know, the defense here in this situation with a huge lead, they've got to anticipate that this offense is going to be trying to throw the ball to the sideline, so they've got to work different coverages to try to force the quarterback to go over the middle of the field with the football.
Looking downfield on first down. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. Now facing second and long after the defense came up with that sack. Off the play fake. Lost one deep down the right side. And that's going to be incomplete, going for broke on second down, but third down's coming up.
And it's going to be difficult for this offense, man. Just where are they going to find the plays? You can tell the defense sitting back. They're playing nickel. They're playing dime. So you need some receivers to step up, make some yards after the catch, some contested plays. This offense has got to do something, and they got to do it quick.
And now this offense will try to overcome that second down incompletion. Here's the pressure. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. LSU trying to convert a fourth down.
White 18, Rocky switch. White, check. Ready, roller.
He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's taking a deep shot. And it's incomplete, and the defense stands tall and gets off the field.
And these aren't easy situations for these offenses, man. Like, it's a known passing situation. The defense is playing coverage. Nowhere to go with the football, forces the incompletion, and this one is all but over.
They won the game today. That's 2-0.